Respecting gratitude. Happy Monday. Welcome to tonight's episode and our welcome space with myself, Lauren of the Sun, flower lover, flower enthusiast, really just one connected with the flowers. And I am inspired to bring information with you tonight, to you tonight, and share in this space of joy and gratitude and our brilliant bloom for the week, Iris. And I am so excited to bring her forward. Before we begin, may I just share? I have been receiving texts and messages, even phone calls from several several of you who have been engaged in this space with us that you found Iris. And you have it with you, that it's in your homes, that you have seen a photo of it, you've actually purchased some of it and brought it into your space. Bravo. This is the excitement, this is the joy, and being prepared for the experience that we're going to share in together. And even if you don't have it, Iris is here. She is here with us, and absolutely how fitting we have allowed ourselves to move into the third eye chakra in light body movement, where the iris's most powerful, potent message tonight is all about association with the third eye chakra. So we are able to engage this brilliant chakra center, our mind's eye. And if you do not have the iris with you, you may close your eyes. You may envision her. You may see her, feel her, bring her into your space through your intuitive abilities. And this is what we're going to lean into tonight. This is the message, because there is such a robust and rich, brilliant history with this bloom. And I know, I know why she's here. I have felt her for the last 2 weeks, and just the way scheduling has allowed, today was the day. And yesterday, OfTheSun brought forward the light body movement with third eye chakra, and Iris wants to continue the party. So we are here, and we will speak a little bit about this energy and really share in this together. We're going to speak about the history, the story of Iris, and then go into a meditation and bring forward the prompts from the Iris consciousness to be able to expand ourselves, elevate ourselves, and awaken all of that brilliant light that really is us. So as we prepare to move into the sacred space, just want to share a few brief announcements. All of these are listed in the description, but we have light body movement, as we spoke about, awakening the third eye chakra, our center of intuitive abilities and capabilities and our power to visualize and manifest. So this is a wonderful topic. Many of us are looking to expand this gift, and it's available to us. So we're stepping into this knowingness more with light body movement. We also have our midday meditations with Diane of the Sun and Enlakesh Studio One every Wednesday for that extra oomph and boost of energy to just get our days chugging and rolling and moving and grooving. So we have all of that available right here on the LaOta of the Sun YouTube channel. And of course, the Call for the Truth podcast every Thursday with LaOta and Tavares, just bringing forward the light and allowing us to step more into truth. We also have one other thing I wanted to mention, starting next Tuesday. So a week from tomorrow, we have LaOta of the Sun bringing forward the luminous life. And this is the next installment of the Soul Translation Technology class series. And it is brilliant. It is connecting with the body vessel. It is connecting with the light that is housed within us. And it is connecting with food consciousness and breath consciousness, really all that is available to us. And a lot of it's free. Right there housed within us, and to call it forward and connect with it, and to really help us lead the best lives that we were designed to live. So if you're interested, please check that out. The link to register is in the descriptive here. And of course, the rose water, our wonderful flower friend of the flower realm, the OfTheSun highly evolutionary rose water is available to purchase. And you may do that with the link in the descriptive by going to www.ofthesun.com. So many things to peruse, to step into, and I encourage you all to check that out when you get a chance. But okay, tonight we're speaking with Iris, and I get so excited. I literally was walking about my day today, and I was I always like to have the consciousness of the flower present in the physical. And so I go to the flower markets. I'm a florist. I see them regularly, but I want to bring them to you and share in this with you. And so I try to always get the flower, and I clear my path to do that. And they're always there. But as I got home, I'm processing the iris, and I was able to get some purple, but these glorious white ones, which white is purity and innocence, and that just felt good. So I got some of those, and we also have this brilliant, beautiful iris color, which of course we're going to talk about the regal essence and the royal essence that it houses within it. But I'm going about my day walking in my door, and I realized I have this brilliant painting by Mr. Vincent van Gogh that's hanging right next to my door as I walk in. So every day I'm accustomed to walking in the presence and welcomed by Iris. And so I moved her and she joined the party, and she came to our experience tonight so that you can see just this glorious, I'll move these for a minute, this glorious picture of Iris. Vincent van Gogh captured the essence of her beauty and was taken by that. You know, that's something that flowers do. They make us still. They captivate us. They allow us to awaken this creative energy within us simply because of their presence. They're inspiring us. And so for Vincent van Gogh to capture this, which has been a revered artwork for hundreds of years, which I am hanging in my house, and coming to this experience tonight, may it be a reminder to us the power of flowers and what they do and how they speak to us in a multitude of ways. But again, the iris. The iris was captivating, and it was shared, and it was captured and embodied in all of this rich experience. So here we have Iris consciousness sharing in this space with us tonight. I do want to also acknowledge the chat because I see I see some people joining in, and so we have Enlakesh Studio One, we have Theodora of the Sun, we have Stephanie Singletary of the Sun, we have the Clearing Doula, we have Essential Tribe, we have Leilion Eri, we have Cecilia. We have such a robust welcome group tonight. I'm so excited. And we have Enlakesh Studio and Diane sharing. Iris is my favorite, and I have some. So I know Diane is sitting right next to her iris blooms right now. So welcome, and thank you all for joining us again tonight. And if you have any comments, questions, or experiences, please put those into the chat and let's talk about them today. Let's share in this and go deeper and bring forward whatever comes to us through the consciousness of Iris. So Iris has been revered for millennia. I mean, this is dating back millennia. We go back into some of the earliest times, and we're talking about 1749 BC. Long time ago, where kings and queens would utilize the iris within their palaces. They would have them present within their experience. The lands of Syria covered in iris. And so this started to become well known for royalty, right? And so again, remember, going back a very long period of time. We then move into ancient Egypt, and we saw pharaohs would utilize irises at the top of their scepters. They would also adorn banners. They would be inside the palaces. So this understanding that iris was at the top, it signified divinity. It signified power, wisdom, awakening, and it was also royal. Now, when we look at the color of the iris, this is the most popular color. Now, there are many colors, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but this is the most common color that you will see readily available if you go to a flower shop, if you go to the flower market, if you go to the grocery store, and you're looking for a bunch of irises. Most likely, and even what Mr. Van Gogh painted here, they're going to be in this royal blue or this indigo color. Now, isn't that interesting? We have royal, which we see there has been such a trend of royalty here, the royal blue color, and the indigo color, which is very much the third eye chakra color. This is this combination between this beautiful, brilliant blue and violet. It goes further, though, even into France. France, the French monarchy dating back into the late 400s with King Clovis, started utilizing the iris flower as their emblem. And so the iris flower has a very rich, significant history with France. It still today is the national flower of France, but what most of us will understand and recognize is the symbol of the fleur-de-lis. Now, the fleur-de-lis has been used in many different aspects, and we see it, but a lot of us associate it with France, right? And so that's where it stems from. And it is literally the embodiment of the iris flower. So when we look at the fleur-de-lis, we will see the iris. So the next time you look at that picture or that insignia, you will know that this is the iris bloom. And so with King Louis, it became more and more adopted, more embraced, more visible, and it was then put on battle gear, suits of armor, banners that hung in the palace. It really became adopted as the royal emblem of France. And even my family, my roots from my father's side are French. We were French farmers. And on our family crest is the fleur-de-lis. And the business that my great-great-grandfather began when he came here to America was a produce business. And 100 years in business this year, my family still utilizes the fleur-de-lis as our company's insignia, our logo, the emblem. So to understand and recognize how much is housed within the fleur-de-lis is really this understanding of the iris flower. So when we stop and think about that, something that really sparks a thought, we see these kings, these queens, these pharaohs, we see positions of power, right? They knew inherently that this flower housed that, inspired that, brought that forward. So it really makes you stop and think, what did they know? They were communicating with the consciousness of Iris millennia ago. This is important for us to remember that our ancestors were in design, operating in purpose, communicating and receiving awakening and truth by connecting with the consciousness of the flower, knowing that this flower was inspiring something within them to help bring that forward. Wisdom, intuitive knowingness, inner vision, power. So very interesting how that is very well embraced and still to this day understood to be a very regal royal bloom. Something else that I think is very interesting is we see Iris is also the name of a Greek goddess. And so the Greek goddess Iris, and actually the word in Greek, Iris means rainbow. And so the Greek goddess Iris was literally a messenger of the gods. And she would travel between heaven and earth on the rainbow to deliver information. And so I think this is also very fitting for us to understand because Iris comes, of course, in almost every single color represented in the rainbow. So there are red and soft pink iris. There are peachy iris that represent the orange tone. There are yellow iris. There are blue iris, which is very common. There is a soft periwinkle lavender and a strong violet iris. There are brown iris. There are even white iris, as we see here. And then the color green is housed within their natural foliage. So every single color that is available in the rainbow is also available in iris. So very interesting. And I wanted to touch base upon this also idea of the messenger of the gods, this messenger that goes between heaven and earth. You know, when we look at literally the geometry again here of the iris, we're going to see something. We're going to see triangles. Okay, so we're gonna see lots of threes. So we're gonna see one, two, we have three petals here, then this inner triangle with these other internal petals. Then we're gonna see the inside parts of the anatomy. There's literally triangles upon triangles upon triangles. And so this is representative of the power of three. In some respect, the Trinity. In many understandings, heaven, earth, humanity. So we can look at this beautiful reminder to go inside three, third eye chakra. It's the three that is very powerful and reminds us to connect with this. We also look at, if we look at it from this angle, we're going to see, now this one's still opening. You might be able to see it a little bit better with one of these iris. Yes. So as above, so below. Their connection of the spiritual realms. So heaven and earth. So we're looking here, we have the three trio above, but the way the petal unfolds, it goes below. So it's reminding us to awaken and connect with the information that comes from above, that is within, and also from the earth. So it's very spiritual in the understanding of what it brings forward. We also see this beautiful fleck of yellow. I love that. That's on almost every single iris. Yellow is such a brilliant color. It's the solar plexus, right? So this is about allowing us to step into our power, to remember that, to help us remove what does not serve us, to strengthen our will. I also see it as the light, right? We're here in light body. I can see this as the light column. That's at the centermost point of the petal, and everything radiates out above it. The geometry of a flower is brilliant. And I encourage all of you, every single time you get a chance, to just look at the petals, look at the delicate details. This is all coming forward to help us know something. And it inspires and awakens thought. So this is what iris is doing, this intuitive ability to help us remember the light, to help us ignite the light, and that it starts in the center core of ourselves, and that we can allow it to radiate throughout our being. So very interesting that that's on every single actual petal here. So I love that. I love the idea of the different triangles and the different trinity. There's a message for us to remember that we are a part of all that is. Another thing that is very interesting, now we talked about the third eye chakra, but what is another aspect of our physical bodies? In our eye, we have literal biology that's named iris, right? So I was looking up more into this because this is what Iris was bringing forward to my attention today, is that we in our physical body vessel have an anatomy that we utilize, and what is its purpose? So the purpose of the iris is literally, it's a muscle, it's a muscular part of the eye, and its purpose is to regulate light. It protects the eye, it enables clear vision, it helps focus the visual image, and it contains pigment or melanin that determines the eye color. So it literally, the iris, part of its design is it acts like an aperture, almost like on a camera. So it's constantly regulating light to ensure that we see clearly, right? That's the function of the iris. So it helps us move into greater clarity in a physical and very literal way. LaOta says this, everything is literal. So the iris in our eye is the aspect that helps us to see and focus with clarity in the light. And it helps us to regulate all the information that's coming forward. So when we take this understanding and we allow it to carry over into our third eye chakra, it's doing the same thing. Every single time we blink, every single time we engage with an aspect, we are triggering this in a physical, very literal way to help the pupil and the retina be able to understand what we're seeing. So there is constant information, and of course, we as humans understood this and named it the iris. So we can learn a lot about this information that this flower helps us remember to open up, to help us regulate, to help us take in the light when we need it, and to step into our power and our intuition and our knowingness. So I thought that was also something very important to bring forward, because we have so many aspects of iris that are surrounding us that we may just not engage with. So to help us really look at that understanding, it is an opportunity for us to expand. So we see the color of iris. We talked about this royalty, the royal blue. We see it in the third eye chakra. We see our physical biology. We are extremely interconnected with this flower. And we see that it is one of the oldest flowers that we have a history of. I mean, going back almost 4,000 years. So this is very inspiring. We are in the presence of greatness every single time we allow ourselves to connect with Iris. She is awakening us and helping us remember the truth of everything that is existent within us and to call that forward. So we do have a meditation that we're going to go into today that is brought forward from Iris Consciousness. So we'll be able to share in that together. We do have a comment here from the Clearing Doula. I'm going to share that. I can see why this consciousness came forward at this time. The pattern of 3 and Iris is associated with the eye, all for the third eye. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is another. Remember, everything in nature is here to be of service to us. It is always here to assist us, to strengthen us, but to really help us remember. We have become disconnected. The understanding of what we do at OfTheSun is to bring forward the connection, the reconnection, to inspire the truth to come forward, and that we can communicate with nature. And nature is in its divine design to help us remember. So by speaking to a flower, a plant, an animal, a property, whatever it is, it's here to bring us a message. And that's why we say one of the most, or the beginning most understanding that we learn when we become property clearers and we move into quantum light property clearing is that the clearing is as much for the clearer as it is for anyone else who's receiving the benefit of the clearing and the property. So it's the same thing with the flowers. The flowers are natural clearers. They're helping us remember. They're helping us clear something that needs to be cleared. They're helping us awaken an intuitive gift, a power, an ability that we have been disconnected from, and to allow ourselves to step further into this. And there is no coincidence that Iris comes forward at the exact same time we move into third eye chakra. So yes, this is a wonderful comment and a wonderful reminder to us that we have allies and ancestors in nature to help us as we move through every experience that we currently go through on our spiritual journey. So Iris is coming forward to assist light body movement. Iris is coming forward to help us in a way that may be a physical connection to the inner knowingness of our spiritual awakening, or the building and growing of the light within us through light body. So we thank Iris for this wonderful awareness and helping us move deeper into that. So thank you for bringing that understanding forward. And if we allow ourselves now, we are going to do that. This is the message today from Iris, is to help us move into that space together, collectively, so that we can grow and expand and move deeper into this third eye chakra and this knowingness. So if we have any water with us, we may take a sip of water. And if you have any iris with you in your home, I know some of you do, you may have them near you or look at them, gaze upon them. And if you don't, we are going to call iris forward in our mind's eye. You may also look right here on the screen and engage with iris. We got you. We have a way. So shall we allow ourselves to become still? And shall we breathe? We're going to take in a few deep cleansing breaths, inhaling life and exhaling all that does not serve you. Again, inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. One more time, inhale and exhale. And shall we close our eyes? And shall we call forth the consciousness of Iris? Allow yourself to envision the bloom. Position right in the third eye chakra, the forefront of your mind's eye. See her opening, expanding. See the petals gently unfolding. The bloom growing. Lean into your interconnected oneness with her. Now visualize that brilliant indigo blue. See it filling the space. Rippling out into the area around you. Awakening truth. Awakening intuition. Awakening oneness. Shall we call forth divine remembrance of my personal power? Shall we call forth divine remembrance of my personal power? Shall we call forth divine remembrance of my personal power? Shall we expand within the wisdom of all that is? Shall we expand within the wisdom of all that is? Shall we expand within the wisdom of all that is? Shall we activate the intuitive abilities housed within the blueprint of my design? Shall we activate the intuitive abilities housed within the blueprint of my design. Shall we activate the intuitive abilities housed within the blueprint of my design? Lean into your connection with Iris. Feel into your expansion. Feel into your power. Feel into your divinity. Feel this moving throughout the body, emanating from your luminous light and into the existence of all that is creation. And now bring all of this energy that has imprinted the space around you. Bring all of this back into your mind's eye. Allow yourself to hold on to this. Remember this. And engage this in times of need. And shall we breathe? Breathe in Iris. And allow yourself to gently come back into your space, into your body, with new knowingness and new awareness and new understanding of your connection to all that is Iris. And welcome back. Such a wonderful experience to engage, to remember, to utilize this each and every time we need to remember our power, to remember that we have the ability to awaken this within us simply by going into the mind's eye. This is what Iris reminds us of. Every time you engage with her, may you remember the power and the abilities that you have to create your own reality, to call that forward, to step up into your power, into your light, into your royal self. So, a few thoughts to come forward this week as we engage with Iris. You know, if we see this is a wonderful time of the year, many are starting to bloom, if not already, have been blooming out in our gardens. And this is also something I wanted to share. The power of flowers is clear. As we talked about this a little bit, but utilizing flowers, planting them in our homes, bringing them into our homes, the plants, not only cut flowers, but the plants. And whether they're in the ground in the garden, if they're in pots on our balconies or our porches, if they're inside our spaces, the consciousness of flowers are so interconnected with our human essence that they will clear and maintain clearings. If we've had a clearing in the space, if we are property clearers, these are allies. Flowers are literal allies and understand and know how to regulate. And many plants will actually absorb the negative energies and know how to recycle them. And so this is very important to us to understand and recognize that we have so many tools beyond just our physical bodies. The flower realm has made it known and has come forward through OfTheSun to share the truth with us that we may clear our spaces by engaging with the consciousness of flowers. They will help us. So this is a wonderful way. We all know how we feel when we look at a flower: inspired, enlivened, enjoy. These are the frequencies that we want to imprint and permeate the space. And then we have a beautiful, brilliant layer of protection around us when we are surrounded by them. I have to say, not only do I plant them, do I have them cut, do I work with them, I wear them, I hang them on my wall, I cook with them, I drink them. The more we allow ourselves to engage with them, the more the experience will be robust and rich, and we will receive from that. That was something I kept hearing from Iris this week, was receive to achieve. And it was such a powerful knowingness, because when we go into the third eye, when we go into the mind's eye, we are calling forward truth. We are calling forward our intuitive abilities to receive information. And we're activating that. So when we receive this information, what can we do then? We have the information, so then we can achieve the next thing that we need to do or need to move out on. We are empowered. And so this is such a wonderful reminder for us to step into that receive to achieve. Look at an iris, receive to achieve. Thank you, Iris. I am receiving so that I may achieve the next thing that I need to in my experience, that I may grow into the next level, that I may manifest that which it is I am calling for by moving into my own power, my own gifts, my own intuition. Such a cool understanding. Thank you, Iris. So call upon her to assist you with your clarity, to strengthen your inner sight, your inner vision, to bring forward the wisdom that you are seeking to be the solution in whatever it is that needs resolution. Work with Iris consciousness. You will be inspired. You will receive to achieve. Iris reminds us of the royalty we are, and that we are the rulers of our reality. When working with Iris, anything is possible. So may we remember this, may we engage with this, may we utilize Iris to help us manifest that which we are looking to achieve, and may this remind us of our interconnected oneness with life, with all that is that came before us, with our ancestral roots, with the knowingness that our allies are here to assist us, to bring us into greater states of being, simply by connecting with the truth of life that surrounds us. So I thank you all for sharing in this wonderful engagement and experience with Iris with me. I have been inspired. And I encourage you to take a moment and connect with her. See where she shows up in your experience. It is divinely designed. So with honor, respect, and gratitude to each of you, and to LaOta of the Sun, to the consciousness of the flower realm, and for the brilliant, beautiful Iris that is here to grace us in remembrance of our power and our oneness. I thank you all. En Lakesh and Veritas, with honor, respect,